Okay, hey, my name's Kathy Garcia, and I work for Cathedral Catholic High School in San Diego, California. Yep, that little QR code would take you to an iBook about our school. Yeah, so we're one-to-one.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So we're an Apple Distinguished School, so we made an iBook about it. So,
Okay.
yeah, so we had our teachers who were interested write their own textbooks for their courses on iBooks Author, and they published them out on the iBook store. You can buy them. We have an ASL textbook, a math textbook, Algebra 1, and a speech textbook.
All right, so then I guess my first question is about the economics of this. So what do the textbooks go for? Do the teachers get paid to write them, or do they get a percentage? How does all the money?
Yeah, the money part is probably going to blow your mind a little bit. We had a really awesome person help start this program. His name is Matt Beyer. If you know him, he works for Apple now. He used to work at our school. So he started this program, and he worked with our principal and our president to get us paid to write our books. So first off, they had to write a proposal. I have links on that over there. The proposal, we paid them $500 to come up with a proposal. The proposal is lengthy, it's robust. It's basically your entire book in a skeleton. So it was a lot of work. So $500 later, we looked at the proposals. We said 3 of these books we're going to push through. You could write them alone and get all the money, but then also put in all the work, right? Or you could do a team, partner, whatever, right? So in order to write the whole book, we paid the authors $12,000. So each author got $12,000.
Wow.
Yeah. So if you wrote it in a partnership.
And then in the iBook store, is it like you guys making money off this?
So currently, we wanted our books to be affordable for students. That's the whole reason we did this. So many of the books that are out there by publishers right now are really expensive, and so we didn't want to then make expensive books for students. Our students all buy their own books. So my ASL books are like $2 a piece. The math book is $10. Speech book is $10. So eventually, I think our school will recoup the funds, but it's going to take time. Yeah. It's one of those long investments. Long investments, yeah. Yeah, we'd love for more schools to take it on. There are other schools. Tony DeLora, he does this iBook hack. His website's on my slides. You can check him out. There's lots of other teachers who are starting this program. But because we're private, there is a little bit more money, so we are able to pay the teachers to do it. Yeah.
Can you show us some of the books?
Totally, yeah.
So
Here, I'll
you look some of the books here.
So, here are, so my ASL book we did in 6 separate small books, so it's more consumable. So like if somebody from the real world wanted to like just do family or just do, favorite things. So I'll just open this one really quick. The difference with our book is instead of pictures for the signs, they're all videos. So the kids used to have a book where it was all photos, and now it's all videos. So if they wanted to learn a sign, they can just watch the video, not look at a picture.
I know that sign, by the way.
Oh, awesome. How about this one? So we hired, I actually hired signers who were deaf, who were born deaf, and sign language was their first language because I wanted the signs to be correct and accurate, being that I am hearing myself. So, it's been really cool. I've used it all this year with my students. They've come to school knowing way ahead, like they'll work ahead in the book, which never has happened. And so they'll come in and be like, hey, I already know this one, I already know this sign, or this is family, or this is mom, or I've been teaching my family from your book. So that's been a really cool, happy accident, I guess, because I wouldn't have expected that to happen. So I could talk days and days about my ASL book because I wrote this one. But there's not many people, obviously, do ASL, maybe.
How long did it take you to write the book?
A full year. Yeah, I think I would definitely take your time. There's lots of learning experiences, we like to say, right? But they're really mistakes. So many times I had to scrap the whole project and start over, or videos wouldn't upload right, or different weird things happened. We also published a speech book. So this is our introduction to speech. And again, it just was more, it was on the iPad where the other book wasn't, more grade appropriate, more actually what the students would want to do or what they were doing. The book they were using was kind of outdated and more for lower levels. So this one is, better. And it has, all iBooks have cool interactive features. So I'm sure I won't find any as I'm on camera, but there'll be videos and diagrams and cool widgets that are within iBooks.
Where do you get your widgets from for iBooks?
We actually just use the ones right in iBooks Author. So you can go to Bookery and get all kinds of cool fancy widgets. We just kind of stuck with the basics right in iBooks Author. It was our first time, so we were learning.
Tell me, like, as a teacher, I've always been accused of reinventing the wheel, but I liked using my own stuff. Like, I was more excited about teaching when it was an activity I made, even silly things. If I was the one that made the worksheet, even or whatever, you know, it was more. So did your teachers experience that? Did you experience that it's your own book that you're teaching from?
Yeah. Oh, it's awesome. I mean, we always complain about the order. You know, it's like, oh, this. Why did they put family signs before this, or why would you teach school signs at the end of the year? Like, so frustrating. So now we got to make our own order. I will say though, after a year, I still hate my order. Like, I would love to redo it again. So I mean, it's like you're always reinventing the wheel. We can absolutely. The cool thing with iBooks Author is when you push it out, it's like an app. So everybody who has my book will update. So when I do over the summer make all the necessary changes and additions and all that, people will get all those changes too. And as you, like, every year, like you say, you invent a new assignment. You can put that in your book, right? So whatever you create, I always tell people, don't feel like you have to have a deadline. Just gather your stuff slowly but surely, and then put it into your book, and you're good to go. Yeah.
So I see you have QR codes here. Is there a web link too that we can? Your blog.
This is my tinyurl.com/teacher textbook. So this is a slide presentation where I sort of like wrote, if I was presenting it, I wrote in the slides what I would say. Yep, and then this one is this is the link to TinyURL iBook proposal. This is the proposal we use for teachers to write up their proposal.
I can't wait to look at that.
So it is not pretty. It's like a brainstorming document. So it's really lengthy. And it's more of a draft, but it'll give you a good idea.
Yeah.
And then this is totally not related at all, but I'm taking a 5-week road trip with my family from San Diego to Florida and back, and I'm blogging it.
Oh, cool.
So that's the link to that. Yeah.
All right.
And then just some helpful hints and stuff like that about writing your own textbook. I didn't really have much to put on the board, so I just sort of printed out some lame stuff. So sorry for my lame board.
Your ideas are so awesome. I love this teacher authored textbook. And as a teacher, man, I would love to be paid $12,000 to write my textbook. Like that would
$12,000. That'd be a raise for me.
Yeah. that it works out well for everybody.
Yeah.
Thank you for sharing.
Thank you so much for having me. I appreciate it. It's been a lot of fun. Awesome.